All right, we're on Parah Perek Hey Mishnah Hey. Says the Mishnah, B'chol ha'kelim mikachim. You can be mikadesh. Remember kiddush in this context is putting the ashes in the water. So you can use it. You can do it in any kelim. Afil bichlei glalim. Even in kelim made of glalim are feces, animal feces. Bichlei avanim. Stone kelim ubklei adama. Earthenware. Earthenware means it hasn't been fired in the kiln yet. So they're like, it's made of cheres. It's made of clay, but it's just still clay. It hasn't been fired yet. So it says the Bartunur, and these are the three kinds of kelim that are not makabel tuma. But they didn't do that. They didn't only use that. They used any kinds of clay. What kind? Bein shel etz, etzem zchuchit, bone or wood or glass. Va'afilu b'klei glalim, even klei glalim. Delo chashi b'klei le'inyan tuma. So as we said, they're not considered kelim vis-a-vis tuma. Lo midivrei Torah, velo midivrei sofrim. Neither from the midoraita or midorabanan. Dichtiv, because it says you put it mayim chayim, put the water el keli. Very interesting the way the Torah says it. You put the water in a keli. Velo ktiv el hakli, not the kli. So meaning it doesn't have to be a kli that has a halachic status. It just has to be a kli, any kli. Uba sfina mekachiba, or you could do it in a boat. A boat can hold the water, but ein mekachi lo bitfanot hakelim. You're not allowed to. You don't do the kiddush of the water in the walls of a kli. Meaning, if the walls of a kli is as like these walls, then you cut it off, and like the sides could themselves hold water. V'lo b'shulei hamachatz, nor in the shulei hamachatz. Machatz, the Kahati says, is a kad gadol. Okay, a big kad that you use to draw water from the press. Ubeshulav yesh beit kibul. Its sides, nor the sides of this big cod. It's like some kind of cod that the side itself can hold water. Meaning you want to hold it in the bottom of a kli in the normal way. The Jasper translates the word machatz as a ladle for filling vessels out of the well. Some kind of ladle. But it's a little weird because why would you use it at the side of the ladle? Okay, I'm not entirely sure. But that's what the Kahati says. It's the side of some kind of jug. Nor the stopper of the chavit of the barrel, because the stopper itself could hold some kind of water. Chofna is I think it means in a person's hands. Okay, you can't fill. Nor can you mix the water and the ashes. You cannot sprinkle unless you do it from a kli. You can't do it from your hand, shoe, or from the top, from the sides, etc., etc. You need a regular kli. Klomar, meaning, the water has to be in a kli when you're sprinkling. So once we're talking about kelim, we're going to just finish off with some information about kelim. You cannot save if a kli is in a tame area. Tzamid patil. So if you cover something over with a tight cover, the only thing that can be saved is a kli. It has to have a kli. If it doesn't have a din of a kli, then the tzamid patil won't help it. Okay, kulomar, anything that's in an ohel, you can't save from tumat hamet with this tight seal unless it's a kli. Moreover, she'ein matzili miyad kli cheres ela kelim. So the Kahati, the Bartuner all say in this case it means ve'ein, and you can't save from a kli cheres except kelim. Meaning, this is a harkening back to something we learned in Masechet Kelim. She'im, this is what the Bartuner says. She'imi pol sheres ba'avir kli cheres. If you have a kli cheres and the sheretz falls into the air of a kli cheres, we learn some Masechet Kelim, and there's something else in that kli. Okay, tamei kol mashe b'tocho. Anything in that kli is tamei afa bishalo nagabem, unless even though it didn't touch. I mean, the air. We learned the air of the kli cheres is mitamei. So if a sheretz, I mean, obviously it's bigger than this, but if a sheretz is in the kli cheres together with whatever, it's tamei, except chutz mi kelim, except kelim themselves. Meaning, if I have a second kli, it works this way. If I have one kli, assume this is cheres, and then another one in this, if you can see it, another one in the airspace, and the sheretz in there, you have to use your imagination a bit, and the top of the kli cheres, the air of the kli cheres is on the, where are we? The air of the kli cheres is on the top. It's outside of the airspace. One kli, a kli can save another, is saved from tuma. So the only thing, ein matzilim miyad kli cheres, ela kelim. Only kelim can save from tumat avir, from the tumat avir of another keli. And that's what we learned, the din of kli. All right, we'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.